Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer slash football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's prediction video will be for Saturday, April 19th, and I have a 4-game slate for you guys. This will be for La Liga. Like always, we'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. We'll talk about the total, and then I'll give you my predictions. All right, let's get straight into it. Rayo Vallecano at home with one injured player. Valencia on the road with one injured player. Total sitting at 2.5. As far as team total is sitting at 1.5 for Rayo Vallecano and Valencia at 0.5. Valencia, their 5 most recent games have covered this 0.5. Not only that, they have not taken an L in their 5 most recent games. They got 4 wins and 1 draw. Rayo Vallecano, they got 3 L's, 1 win, and 1 tie. I don't know how, well, they're at home, so they are favored, but Rayo Vallecano have not been stepping it up lately. I don't see them winning this game, but the 5 most recent games between these two teams, they have won twice, and Valencia has only been able to beat Rayo Vallecano once in their 5 most recent games. The other 2 were basically ties. Yeah, 2 draws between these two teams. So this could be a tie. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this could be a tie, maybe a 1-1. As far as it going over 2, it has only gone over 2 once in their 5 most recent games. So I feel like this could be either a 1-1 or 2-0 game, maybe a 1-0 game. I'm going to say Valencia to cover this 0.5. They have, this season, they have been stepping it up. Their 6 most recent games have been great. So I'm going to say Valencia to cover this 0.5. Like I said, they've covered this 5 out of their 5 most recent games. So in between these two teams going at it, they've covered this 3 out of their 5 most recent games. So I feel like that's probably the best bet for this game. And as far as a win, I'm going to have to go with a tie, but I would not be surprised if Valencia ends up winning this game. All right, on to the next game. We have Barcelona, my Barcelona, that's right, versus Celta Vigo. Barca at home with 4 injured players, the same 4 players that they've been having. Ter Stegen, which he was injured, he might come back. Not 100% sure yet. They have talked with the coach saying, should we bring him back now? Maybe give him a couple more days. But just so you guys know, he might come back on this game. Not given that 100% sure guaranteed yet, but we're probably gonna have to wait to see the lineups to see if he starts off. But nonetheless, they've been doing great without him. Even though it hurts to say, but hey, what we're gonna say? If it's been good, then it's been good. And try to fix something that's not broken. Celta Vigo, they got 1 player with the red card and 2 questionable. As far as the total sitting at 3.5, Barca sitting at 2.5, and Celta Vigo at 0.5. As far as Celta Vigo covering this 0.5, they've actually covered this 0.5 4 out of their 5 most recent head-to-head. So, yeah, this could probably be the best bet here. Celta Vigo to cover this 0.5. At the end of the day, Barca's going to end up winning, right? Probably like 3-1. So this could go over. That 3.5 is just way too up there. I'm going to have to say just Barca winning straight up here. Maybe put it in a parlay with somebody else. That's a for sure win. But as far as points, I mean, the 5 most recent games from Celta Vigo, they've covered this 4 out of their 5 most recent games. And as far as Barcelona allowing their opponents to score, they have allowed this 2 out of their 5 most recent games. So, yeah, Barca's defense is getting better, I'm going to say. But I don't know. It seems like Celta Vigo have found a way to score a goal. Like I said, they've covered this 4 out of their 5 most recent head-to-head between these two teams. So if they found a way to at least score a goal, maybe that's the best bet. I'm probably not going to do that. As far as points, I'm probably just going to put Barca to win here and maybe throw it in a parlay or something. But yeah, I don't see Celta Vigo winning this game. They do have one L in their five most recent games. They got 3 wins, one draw. Barcelona basically in the same spot. One L, 3 wins, one draw. Like, cannot make this up. Their two most recent games between both of these two teams have taken an L. Um, that L was from that Champions League from Barcelona. They took that L on regular time, 3-1, even though they end up qualifying and obviously moving on to the finals or semifinals for the Champions League. But Celta Vigo, they took a massive L versus Espanyol. I don't know how that happened. I think they were at home, so this one's going to be tough for Celta Vigo just to score a goal because they didn't even score a goal that game. So, yeah, I'm going to have to say Barca to win straight up here. And as far as points, maybe total points under 3.5. I feel like maybe Barca ends up scoring 2 or 3. I don't know. You would have to hope that Celta Vigo don't score here, but yeah, points is going to be difficult. Points is always difficult with Barca because if they come in strong, they're going to go all out, make 4 or 5 goals. If they come in not wanting to score, then you're looking at 1 or 2. So, yeah, that one's going to be a tough one as far as points. All right, on to the next game. I have Mallorca versus Leganés. Mallorca at home with 1 injured player. Leganés on the road with 1 injured player, 1 player with a red card, and 1 questionable. As far as the total points sitting at 2, team total points sitting at 1.5 for Mallorca, Leganés at 0.5. As far as Leganés' 5 most recent games, they've covered this 0.5 4 out of their 5 most recent games. As far as Mallorca allowing their opponents to score, they have allowed this 3 out of their 5 most recent, 4 out of their 5 most recent games. So, yeah, I feel like Leganés could score a goal here. Would I put my money on that? Probably not, just because between these two teams, Leganés has covered this twice. So only 2 times in their 5 most recent head-to-head between these two teams, they've only covered this twice. So, yeah, this one's going to be a tough one for them. I might do total points under 2 between these two teams. It has not gone over their 5 most recent games. So, Leganés, second in the bottom, probably not going to cover this 0.5. And even if they do, this could be a 1-1 or Mallorca winning 1-0. Their 3 most recent games between these two teams, Mallorca has won, whether on the road or at home. So, give me Mallorca to win here. As far as points, I want to have to say total points under 2 or Mallorca win straight up. All right, on to the last game of the video, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let me know what is your prediction. Put it down in the comments. If you want to shout out, use hashtag ride with my bet. I'll pick your bet. I'll give you guys a shout out on the next video, win or lose. If you win, I'll continue to ride with you. If you lose, I'll choose someone else. But either way, put it down in the comments. I'm just curious to see what you got for these predictions. Okay, Las Palmas at home with 1 injured player and 1 questionable. Atletico Madrid on the road with 2 injured players and 1 questionable. Their 5 most recent games from Atletico, they got 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. As far as Las Palmas' 5 most recent games, they only got 1 win, 2 L's, and 2 draws. Between these two teams, Las Palmas has only been able to beat Atletico once in their 5 most recent games. This was back in 2023. Do I see Las Palmas beating Atletico? Not a chance. Las Palmas are sitting 3rd of the last in the table. So, Atletico seems like they've been actually stepping it up. Their 2 most recent games have gone over this 1.5. Las Palmas sitting at 0.5. So, as far as Las Palmas covering this 0.5, they've done this 4 out of their 5 most recent games. As far as Atletico Madrid allowing their opponents to score, they actually have allowed 5 out of their 5 most recent games for their teammates, their opponents. I apologize for the opponents to score. So, but between these two teams, Las Palmas have scored only twice in their 5 most recent head-to-head. So, probably a little bit more on the questionable if Las Palmas will score this goal. It's going to be tough for them. But I'm going to have to say the best bet here would most likely be Atletico to win straight up or Atletico over this 1.5. As far as their 5 most recent games, it has gone over 3 out of their 5 most recent games. But between these two teams, it has gone over 4 out of their 5 most recent games. So to me, Atletico, like I said, they've been stepping it up. So I feel like they can cover this 1.5. But I'm most likely just going to go with the win here. Maybe put it in a parlay with Barca to win or something like that. But as far as points, if I had to go with points, I would have to do Atletico over 1.5 or maybe the total points under 3. Right now, it's at 2.5 and it might move to 3. If it does move to 3, I'm going to say under 3. If it's at 2.5, I might go over. But in that case, I'll just probably do Atletico Madrid to cover this 1.5. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make the right picks. I hope you guys end up winning. And most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.